Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with an update on Churchill Capital, CCIV, ticker symbol. In this video, I'm going to be talking about kind of what is the latest information and what's going on related to Churchill. What does it look like in the near term future for them, and kind of overall see what is going on with them as a stock play. I am bullish on this stock. I am a stockholder in this as well. I don't know if I've mentioned that in my previous video. So I do own this company stock, and I think that the stock is going to continue to do well. It's had a little bit of a rough patch as of late. It really hasn't done anything, kind of flat, as you probably are aware if you're a Churchill stockholder as well. So now with the merger done with Lucid, that's been done since February, what are we looking at kind of in the near term and long term future, and what does this look like? What's the Lucid Motors product going to look like, and kind of what's the landscape going to look like? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if that's of interest to you, stay tuned. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only. And thirdly, if you could do me two favors, if you are getting value out of this video, please drop a like on it. It helps me out tremendously. I'm here working for you every single day, building these videos for you. My goal is real simple, is to help you make more money in the stock market by bringing you information related to these stocks so that you know what is going on, kind of the latest and greatest info, and then giving you my 2 cents around that. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I make videos every single day. I bring about different stocks and different companies, and I'm always here looking for the newest info for you. So please, I'd love to have you as a member. All right, let's go take a look at what is the latest with Churchill. So you can see that as of the recording of this video, the Nasdaq's up about 33 points, and Churchill is down today 4%. It's down $1 today. So we opened at around 24.17. It's like we spiked at 24.44, and then now we're down about, again, $1 today. Okay, I really want to look at the 6 month though. The 6 month chart is kind of what I want to cover in this video. So you can see if you kind of look at what is going on in the last 6 months, I feel like we've established this support threshold. We really don't seem to be dropping outside of March 29, which we did. We're in these kind of low to mid 20s, right? That's where we're at. Obviously not really doing anything. We need some news to break out of this. We need to get some positive momentum. Obviously with Lucid not releasing their car as of yet, we're kind of in that holding pattern. Also, I'm going to point out, if you're not familiar with this, the United States government is looking to make hundreds of billions of dollars investment in the EV marketplace, in infrastructure, helping the companies that are making these cars, things of that nature, in the United States. Okay, so that's happening. It's coming. That's all part of one of the new economic bills that the Biden administration is trying to get passed. I'm just making you aware of that the United States is making moves towards furthering the EV marketplace. That's really what and the charging infrastructure associated with that. EV is here to stay, and I think that Lucid will have their place in it. Lucid is going after a completely different market than the Tesla. Yes, I know with the Tesla, their line of cars, they've got kind of low to mid high end cars, but Lucid is really going after the high end user, with cars starting at minimum $70,000 plus. And yes, I know Tesla has their pricing in there as well, but Lucid is not going after kind of that mid to lower end range. They are going after really kind of the high end luxury, super luxury marketplace. So they are making a clear economic directive to go after that relative, or that space. Okay, so they're definitely charting a different path than Tesla. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just basically stating that for the fact. I am pro Tesla as well, so don't slam me for that. I do like Tesla as well. Okay, I actually own Tesla stock. So there you go. Let's go look at what the piece of information I've got for you today is. So look, this is kind of really talking about, hey, why Churchill Capital lost 25% in the last month, okay, and kind of giving you some idea of maybe what would happen in the future. So we know that we had a pullback, okay, but look, and this is one of the reasons is that investors are rotating out of high price growth stocks like those in the EV sector, and moving into value stocks and cyclical companies likely to do well in the recovery. Okay, so we have had some money move out of kind of the high-end growth stocks as well as kind of the overall EV space and moving into those value stocks and cyclical companies for the recovery. You know, we've got the recovery kind of moving forward. This is a great picture by the way of the new Lucid Air coming. Okay, so remember we ended down March about 25%. Okay, and we already looked at the chart. So let me real quickly. I didn't highlight this because I wanted to read this kind of as we were looking at this. I glanced briefly at this article, but I wanted to read it with you. Kind of, there's some things I want to point out. Okay, so basically, you know, when the SPAC was announced, I always itches when I get on video. It's crazy. It doesn't itch until I get on video. Okay. Allergies. It became clear that investors had bid CCIV shares to unreasonable levels of more than 400% from a starting point at $10. The timing of the deal also came shortly after the NASDAQ peaked and tech stocks and growth stocks began to pull back as interest rates rose. Okay, so the pattern accelerated in the first week of March as CCIV stock plunged 28% as the NASDAQ bottomed out. We know that we had that correction in late February into March, that $1,000, not $1,000, that 1,000-point correction. Allergies, 1,000-point correction where the NASDAQ went down about 1,000 points into February into March. All the red days, it was not good. Bottomed out and interest rates turned higher. Shares rebounded the following week. Okay, there was little or no news out of the stock over the month, but CCIV seemed to move in tandem with other EV makers, including Nia and Nikola, which finished March down 15 to 23%. I thought that was a very interesting thing. Basically, these EV companies, they tend to move with each other. In previous videos I've done where I've looked at NIO and XPeng and Li, they always move together relatively, kind of move up and down. Okay, so, all right. Now what? Look, we know that Lucid Motors hasn't released their vehicle yet. It's targeting the second half of 21 for its debut luxury sedan, the Lucid Air. Okay, we know that. The stock's currently at an implied market cap of $40 billion, meeting high expectations are priced into the release. Though given the success of Tesla, the stock has plenty of upside if the EV market retains its current valuation. I think the EV market is going to continue to do well. Maybe not short term, it's a long-term play, okay? I am a long-term investor. That's my advice to you guys who follow me on this channel, is that it's a 12-month out play or longer. That's what I think, okay? The stock is, I think, looking to move up. I think that it has an opportunity to go up. And I think that overall, if you look at kind of what's happened, the entire EV sector was really down in the month of March. And so I think that CCIV was hit with that. I think that the stock got a run up. Again, we know that run up of over 400+%. And I think that this stock is poised to continue to kind of come back. So a few final thoughts. Look, I think here's what I think. Again, being a Churchill Capital stockholder, it can be trying at days, right? You want the stock to do something. We're kind of sitting in these high, low mid 20s, and it doesn't seem to be moving a lot. It's not a lot going on, and I think that, and we had the March tick down scenario where we lost 25% out of the stock in March. But I think if you take a step back and you kind of look at overall what is going on with the entire marketplace, I think that you had scenarios where the money, some of the institutional money and the money was moving around because of, moving out of high-end growth stocks and moving into different stuff. So you had that happen. And that happened across the board. That happened to other stocks as well. And if you still look at the scenario, it's that this stock does pretty much what the other EV stocks do. They were down as well. Okay, so kind of EV as a marketplace, March was just not a very good month. I mean, we had little blips here and there, but the other stocks were down as well. And I think if you take a step back and you look at it and you go, okay, it's a long-term play. Look, we've got the Lucid Air coming out later this year, 2021. We've got that. That's going to happen. The day that car goes live, it's going to pop the stock. And it is, right? It's going to help. It's going to help. And overall, this is kind of where we're at as Churchill shareholders. If you firmly believe in this stock long term, these are good buying levels. I mean, these times are good times to pick up the stock if you think it's going to go up. I think that I am bullish on the stock. I think it's going to go up. I think it could be easily a $40 to $50 stock inside of 12 months. If we get some good NASDAQ days, which we should, the market continues to go in the right directions. And if we don't get any bad news related to Churchill and Lucid, if we don't, if we get manufacturing delays for coming out of Lucid, then that's not going to be good. But overall, Lucid is making the right manufacturing processes, and they're moving in the right direction, and the car going after the very high end luxury market. I think they're choosing not to directly compete against Tesla. Yes, they are going to compete against Tesla, and I know Tesla's got their model that does somewhat compete against them, but they are kind of really charting a different path. I like that they are charting a different path with their products, and so I think that they're not going to fundamentally be competing against Tesla, but they really are. But you get my point. They're going after a much different market segment, if you will. So yeah, those are my thoughts related to Churchill. I think that being a stockholder in it sometimes can be trying because the stock's really not doing much. But if you're looking at adding to your stake right here at these levels, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think that we've kind of established that the levels that we're in right now are really kind of our support and our resistance levels. If you want to pick up some, maybe pick it up on a dip, because I think it may very well, it has shown that it'll dip a little bit more. I don't think we're going to go below $20 in the stock, and I think that at this level you could be picking it up, and it could definitely do very, very well in the long term. So those are my thoughts related to that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider dropping a like on it. And just wanted to bring you this because Churchill is one that I own and I like to cover it. And anytime I see just any bit of information, I want to bring that to you guys so that you have the latest and greatest. And that's my goal, is to keep you updated, help you make more money out of the stock market by keeping you updated on some news surrounding your favorite stocks. If there is a stock that you want me to cover, drop it in the comments below. I'll take a look at it. If there's enough interest in it, I'll be happy to do the video. I'll see you later. Take care. See ya.